Hello and welcome to Pabbly. So today in this video, we are going to learn the top 10 Airtable automations that you can set up with Pabbly Connect. So we all know that Airtable is one of the most popular spreadsheet program around the world. And there are a lot of things related to Airtable that you can automate. Starting with sending some kind of text message or SMS message directly from Airtable, or adding some project details or new Google Drive file details into your Airtable database. You can also automate the process of adding the Shopify orders or e-commerce orders from your e-commerce store directly into Airtable automatically. Or you can automate the process of creating a new Instagram post. You can create a social media calendar in such a way that you can automatically post on your Instagram profile directly from the Airtable. Also, you can send some kind of WhatsApp message using this automation or generate some kind of dynamic document as well. So the possibilities of automation are endless. So without any further delay, let's start with this complete guide where we are going to tell you a step-by-step process that how you can set up each and every automation and a lot more all by yourself.
Hello everyone. So in this video we will learn how to send Google Sheets data to Airtable. Now whenever I create a data in Google Sheets, I just want to create a backup in Airtable just to be safe. Now the problem is, of course, there is some kind of native integration between Google Sheets and Airtable, but this native integration is actually very limited. So in cases like these, we have to bring a third app to properly connect them both. So in this video, we will be using Pabbly Connect to integrate Google Sheets and Airtable. And the best part of using Pabbly Connect is there is no need for coding skills or programming knowledge. It can be done easily. So what Pabbly Connect does is, when a new row is created in Google Sheet, it will send this data to Airtable as to create a record. Now this little integration can be done in few easy steps. Let me just show you on my screen.
Okay, so to begin the process, first type pabbly.com in your browser. Pabbly.com, press enter. Okay, so this is the website of pabbly.com. Here hover on products, and at the bottom you will find the option called as connect. Click on connect and then just click on sign in. Okay, so this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. As you can see, I already have made an account in Pabbly Connect. You can also create your own free account in just 2 minutes. Here, I would like to mention one more thing. Pabbly Connect offers a plan where this integration can be tried out absolutely free. So you just have to clone the template of its workflow, which is available in the description box. Once you clone the template, you will get immediate access to this amazing workflow in your account. Okay, so scroll down and at the bottom you will find connect. Just click on access now. Okay, so at the top right corner you will find a button, create workflow. Click this. A dialog box appears in front of you. It is asking you to give a name to this workflow. I am going to give it as Google Sheets to Airtable. Google Sheets to Airtable. And then just click on create. Okay, so when you click on create, a window appears in front of you. This is called as the trigger window. So in the choose app, how about we make it as Google Sheets, because we want to send the data from Google Sheets. That is why Google Sheets. Okay. Now in the trigger event, how about we make it as new spreadsheet row. Okay, so new spreadsheet row is basically a trigger event. So your obvious question is, what is a trigger event? Trigger is basically an if statement. It asks a question, if the condition is met, what should be done? For example, if a new spreadsheet row is created, then what action should be taken by the system? At present, there is only one trigger, that is new spreadsheet row. Now in case if you want more triggers of your choice, you can make a request to our team at admin@pabbly.com for the specific trigger that you want to build. But at present, I just want to send the data when a new spreadsheet row is made in Google Sheet. Okay, so basically at this point, we are just trying to integrate Google Sheets to Pabbly Connect. So let's have a visit to our Google Sheet. So this is the Google Sheet that I have made. So it has been titled Create Airtable Records. And these are the columns I have: channel name, title of the video, and the URL. So basically what I'm going to do here is, this is my channel. Okay, so this is my channel in YouTube, and this is the title of the video that I have uploaded, and this is the URL. So let me show you. Okay, it's actually not really necessary. So this is the channel. Okay, channel name is Aaron Manuel, and this is the title, cheese pizza, and this is the video URL. So my point is, basically we want to send all this data to Airtable to create a record. Now it's actually pretty easy. First of all, let's click on this button, add-ons. Click add-ons. Okay, so a drop-down emerges. Here you will find the option called as Pabbly Connect Webhooks. Now Pabbly Connect Webhooks is installed in my system. In your case, since you're starting, Pabbly Connect webhooks might not have been installed yet. So what you have to do is just click on this button, Get Add-ons. Okay, so when you click on Get Add-ons, Google Workspace Marketplace opens up. So in the search, just type Pabbly Connect webhooks, this one. Okay, so as you can see, Pabbly Connect webhook is installed in my system. So all you have to do is just click on this button and this add-on will be installed in your system too. Now there is something you should know. After installing Pabbly Connect webhooks in your Google Sheet, do not forget to refresh your Google Sheet. I repeat, do not forget to refresh your Google Sheet after installing Pabbly Connect webhooks. Okay, so I'm just crossing this. Going back to add-ons, clicking on Pabbly Connect webhooks, and then just click on Initial Setup. Click this. Okay, so this is the window of initial setup. Now it is asking me to fill in the webhook URL as well as the trigger column. Now to fill in the webhook URL as well as the trigger column, we must have some data. Now in case of webhook URL, let's go to Pabbly Connect and copy this. This is the webhook URL you want. Simply copy this and just paste it here. Okay, so this is the webhook URL that we have pasted. Now in the trigger column, I am pasting the trigger column as C. Okay, so your obvious question is, why are we pasting the trigger column as C? Well, it's actually pretty easy. The last data entry column is always the trigger column. So as you can see, the column A is the channel name, the title of the video is column B, and the last data entry column was column C, that was for URL. So C is our trigger column. I repeat again, the last data entry column is always the trigger column. In our case, it's C. Okay, so basically at this point, we have integrated Google Sheets to Pabbly Connect. Now we must ensure that Pabbly Connect should capture the data anytime column C is filled. So as to ensure that Pabbly Connect captures the data, let me just click on this button, Capture Webhook Response. Click this. Okay, so it is showing it is waiting for the data. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going back to my Google Sheet, okay, and I'm just going to send the data. So just click on this button, Send Test. Click this. Okay, so it is showing it the data has been sent. So let me go to Pabbly Connect and check whether we have got the data. Oh yes, we have got the data. So the channel name, it is showing it as Iron Manual. So this is our channel name and this data is now here. And then we have the title of the video, that is Cheese Pizza. This is the title of the video, Cheese Pizza. And of course, this is the URL. This is the same URL. Okay, so if you doubt me, so I'm just copying this URL and pasting it here. Okay, so basically this is the same URL. Okay, excellent. So what we have to do here is we just have to create a record in Airtable. Now to do that, all you have to do is just click on this plus button. Okay, so when you click on this plus button, another window opens up. This is called as the action window. So in the Choose app, how about we make it as Airtable? Because we want to create a record in Airtable, that is why. Okay, so now in the action event, how about we just make it as create a record? Click this. Okay, so create a record is an action event. There are many more action events like update record, get record, search record, and so on. Now, just like the triggers, if you don't find the action events according to your choice, you can make a request to our team at admin@pabbly.com to custom build an action event for you. But at present, I just want to create a record in Airtable. Okay, so just click on connect with Airtable. In the new credentials, we have to fill in the token. Now, to get the token, let's have a visit to our Airtable. So this is my Airtable account. So first of all, we are just going to click on accounts. Okay, and just click here. So basically scroll down and here in the API section, you will find your API key. Simply copy this. Okay, and just paste it here. Okay, so we have pasted our API key. So all you have to do is just click on save. Okay, so when you click on save, a set of blanks has appeared in front of you. The purpose of these blanks is very simple. We are going to create a record from the data that we have received from Google Sheets via Pabbly Connect. So before we start mapping and dealing with the data, let me tell you something. Pabbly Connect doesn't take any chances with your data. Your data is 100% safe and secure with us. Now in the base ID, it is showing it as project tracker. And when we expand this, we can find a series of bases we have. So what is this? So basically, let me show you in my Airtable. So these are the bases I have. Okay, as you can see, these are all the bases I have. So these bases are present here. Okay, this is because Pabbly Connect is integrated with Airtable. Any data that is present here is simply being reflected here. For example, we have a base called as event planning, and then we also have a base called as event planning. I just want to show you that all the data that is present here is just being reflected here. So what if I create a new base? Okay, so let me just create a new base, start from scratch. Okay, so the base title is, how about we name it from Google Sheets? Google Sheets. Okay, and so we just want 3 columns. So I'm just going to delete this field. Okay, and I'm going to name this field as how about title or channel name. Okay, and then we have for notes we can rename it as title. Okay, rename the field as title, and in the attachments we can type it as rename it as a URL. Okay. And we can actually change the type as URL. Okay, so long text, no, not this one, simple URL, yes. Okay, just click on save. Okay, so we have created a new table. Okay, channel name, title, and URL. So these are the columns we have. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going back to Pabbly Connect. Okay, and I'm going to refresh this. So when I just click on refresh, you can expect to find this newly created table that is from Google Sheets in the drop down. Let me do that. Okay, so it has been refreshed. So let's have a look. Yes, we do have a title called as from Google Sheet. Okay, so let's click on that. Okay, so what we are going to do here is we are going to map all the details into this particular base ID from Google Sheet. Okay, and for example, in the table name, it is showing it as table 1. This is because there is only one table, that is table 1, and it is being reflected here. Okay, so we are selecting this. Now in the channel name, title, and the URL. So basically these are all the same columns that is present here: channel name, title, and URL. Okay, so basically we will start mapping in our details. So let me introduce you to this button. This is called as the mapping button. So when we click this, you can find the name, that is Aaron Manuel. This is some data that we have received from Google Sheet. So we are just going to click this and this data will be mapped here. Then we have the title. So just click this and this is the title of the video, cheese pizza. And then we have the URL and this is the URL. Okay, so we have mapped all the details. All we have to do is just click on save and send test request to create a record in the base called as from Google Sheets. Okay, so let me do that. Okay, so the API response is showing the data has. Okay, so as you can see, we do have the data. The channel name is Aaron, the title is cheese pizza, and this is the URL. This is the same URL. So let's have a look. Yes, this is the same URL. Excellent. So the presence of this record in this particular table in Airtable shows that we have successfully integrated Google Sheets and Airtable with help of Pabbly Connect. So how about we double check if our integration is working fine or not? But before we do that, let me explain you the whole mechanism in a nutshell. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to minimize this action window and I'm going to minimize this trigger window. Okay, so basically this is the whole process in a nutshell. First you integrated Google Sheets to Pabbly Connect, and then you have integrated Pabbly Connect to Airtable. So now there is a perfect flow of data between Google Sheets and Airtable. Okay, so now we are going to create one more data entry in our Google Sheets so that it can create a record so that we can double check. So I'm going back to Google Sheet. I'm just going to click on submit. So this window just disappears. Okay. Okay, so the window has gone. And then we have to go to this part called as add-ons. Just once click this again. And here, let's go to Pabbly Connect webhooks and just click on send on event. So it will ensure that we keep sending the data whenever the column C is updated or created. So let me do that. Click on send on event. Okay. So the channel name is again Aaron Manuel. No change there. This is my channel. Okay. And the title of the video. So I'm taking you to my channel. So this is the channel we have. Okay. And these are the videos I have. And the second video is on noodles. This is the URL. So first let me enter the name. I'm just copying the name and pasting it here. Okay, so we have pasted the title of the video, and then of course we have the URL. So I'm just copying this URL and just pasting it here. Okay, so we have entered the URL in the column, that is the trigger column. Excellent. So let's have a look in Airtable. Do we have the data concerning the same? So yes, we do have the record. So the channel name is Aaron Manuel, the title is Noodle, and then we have the URL. Excellent. So let's check. Is it the same URL? Yes, we do have the same URL. Excellent. So our integration is working absolutely fine. This means anytime a new data is entered in our Google Sheet, it will be reflected as a record in Airtable.
Hello everyone. So in this video, we will learn how to send a text message when a new record is added in Airtable. So imagine this, you have added a new record called as John. You have John's name, email address, and of course the phone number. So you want to send a thank you message via SMS to John. Now here you have two choices. Either you can copy all the details from Airtable, construct a message, and send an SMS via Twilio. Or you can just bring in some automation. So in this video, we will be using Pabbly Connect to integrate Airtable and Twilio. So what Pabbly Connect will do is, anytime a new record is created in Airtable, it will automatically send an SMS via Twilio. Now this little integration can be done in very few steps. And the best part of using Pabbly Connect is, there is no need for coding skills or programming knowledge. Let me show you on my screen.
Okay, so to begin the process, first type pabbly.com in your browser. Pabbly.com, press enter. Okay, so this is the website of pabbly.com. Here hover on products. Now you will find the option called as connect here. Just click on connect. Okay, then just click on sign in. Okay, so this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. As you can see, I already have made an account in Pabbly Connect. You can also build your own free account in just 2 minutes. Here, I would like to mention one more thing, that Pabbly Connect offers a plan where this integration can be tried out absolutely free. So you just have to clone the template of its workflow, which is available in the description box. Once you clone the template, you will get immediate access to this amazing workflow in your account. Okay, so scroll down and here you will find connect. Just click on access now. Okay, so at the top right corner, you will find a button, create workflow. Click this, a dialog box appears in front of you. It is asking you to give a name to this workflow. I'm going to give it as Airtable to Twilio. Airtable to Twilio. And then just click on create. Okay, so when you click on create, a window appears in front of you. This is called as the trigger window. So in the choose app, how about we make it as Airtable? Because we want to send the data from Airtable, that is why. Now in the trigger event, how about we make it as new record? Okay, so new record is basically a trigger event. So your obvious question is, what is a trigger event? Trigger is basically a if statement. It asks a question, if the condition is met, what should be done? For example, if a new record is added, then what action should be taken by the system? At present, there is only one trigger event, that is new record. Now in case if you want more triggers of your choice, you can make a request to our team at admin@pabbly.com for the specific trigger that you want to build. But at present, I just want to send the data when a new record is added in Airtable. Okay, so just click on connect with Airtable. In the new credentials, we have to get the token. So to get the token, let's have a visit to Airtable. So this is my Airtable account. So let me go to this part, profile, click this, and here just click on account. Okay, so just bring your attention to this part, API subsection. Now, this is your token you want. This is your API key or the token. Just copy this and simply paste it here. Okay, so we have entered the new credentials, the token, and just click on save. Okay, so when you click on save, two blanks appears in front of you, base and select table. So when we click here, you will find at the drop down all the bases that is present in my Airtable account. So these are all the bases that is present in my Airtable account. So all the bases that is present here is being simply reflected here because Airtable is integrated with Pabbly Connect. So what if I create a new base? So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to click on add base, start from scratch. Okay, so the name of the base is SMS notifications after records, something random, that's all. Okay, so this is the new base. Of course, we have to add the name, then we have to add the last name. Okay, so I'm going to rename this field as last name. Okay, and the type is long text, that's okay. Now in the attachment, how about we just add it as age. Okay, so this is the, okay, let's change from attachment to single line text, save. And here we can enter the phone number. So I'm going to change the status, customize field as phone number. Okay, single line text and save. Okay, just let me remove these records. Okay, so we are going to fill in the data. So when I fill in the data, so before I fill in the data, let me take you back to Pabbly Connect. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to refresh it. Okay. So when I refresh it, I can expect to find this particular base in the drop down. So let me just click here and let us find the base, newly created base. Yes, there is a base called as SMS notifications after record. So I'm selecting this one. Okay, so as you can see in the table, it is only showing one table because there is only one table in this base, SMS notifications after record, and this is the only table we have. So my point is any variation that is bought in Airtable will be reflected in Pabbly Connect. So what I'm going to do here is when I click on save and send test request, it will fetch the data of the recently created record. So when I click on save and send test request, it won't return any data at this point because we haven't really created any record. Let me show you. Let me just click on save and send test request. Okay, so it is not returning any value. But what if I add a new record here? So the name of the guy is Aaron and the last name is Manuel. Okay, and then we have the age as 60. Okay, the guy is old. And this is the phone number 91. Okay, so we have added a new record. The name is Aaron, the last name is Manuel, the age is 60, and this is the phone number. So when I go back to Pabbly Connect, and this time when I click on save and send test request, it will fetch the data of this particular record because this is the recently created record. So let me just show you. Okay, so as you can see, we have the data. So the name is Aaron, the last name is Manuel, this is the age, and this is the phone number. Excellent. So what we have to do here is we are going to use this phone number to send an SMS. So what I'm planning to do here is using Twilio, I'm planning to send a welcoming SMS to this guy. So to do that, all you have to do is just click on this plus button. Okay, so when you click on this plus button, another window opens up. This is called as the action window. So in the choose app, how about we make it as Twilio? Okay. Twilio it is. Now in the action event, how about we make it as send SMS message. Now there is one more action event called call phone. Now just like the triggers, if you don't find the action event according to your choice, you can make a request to our team at admin@pabbly.com to custom build an action event for you. But at present, I just want to send SMS message. Then click on connect with Twilio. In the new credentials, we have to fill in the account SID, authorization token, and again the account SID. So to get all these details, let's have a visit to Twilio. So this is my Twilio account. So first of all, I'm going to click on setting. Okay. Okay, so just scroll down and in the API credentials, you will find the live credential. So this is my account SID. I'm just copying this whole characters and pasting it here. Okay, so we have entered the account SID. Again, we have to enter the account SID. So I'm just repasting it. Then we have to enter the authorization token. So to get the authorization token, let me go back to Twilio and remove this privacy. Let's copy this once again and just paste it here. Okay, so we have entered the account SID 2 times and the authorization token. All you have to do is to integrate Twilio with Pabbly Connect is just click on save. Okay, so when you click on save, a set of blanks has appeared in front of you. The purpose of these blanks is very simple. We are going to construct a message from the data that we have got from Airtable via Pabbly Connect. So let me just type in the body of the SMS. So the body of the SMS is something like, you, Mr., Miss, and let me introduce you to this button. This is called as the mapping button. So before we map in the details, let me tell you something. Pabbly Connect doesn't take any chances with your data. Your data is 100% safe and secure with us. Okay, so let's start mapping. So this is the mapping button and all the data that we have got from Airtable will be present here. So you, Mr. Miss Aaron, and then we are just going to map in the name, Manuel, has been of age. What was the age? Age was 60. Has been added as a record in my database. Okay, that would be enough. Now in the sender number, this here I will just enter my number. So this is my number. Okay, so I have entered my number. Now in the recipient number, we are going to map in the recipient number of Aaron Manuel. So I'm just going to click here. And this is the phone number that we have got from Airtable. So we have mapped it. So to send the SMS, all you have to do is just click on save and send test request. Okay, so the API response is showing the message has been sent. So let me just show you the message. Okay, so this is the message. You, Mr. Aaron Manuel of age 60 has been added as a record in my database. Excellent. So the presence of this SMS shows that we have successfully integrated Airtable and Twilio with help of Pabbly Connect. So how about we double check if our integration is working fine or not. But before we do that, let me just scroll up, minimize my action window and minimize my trigger window. Okay, so basically this is the whole process in a nutshell. First you integrated Airtable to Pabbly Connect and then you have integrated Pabbly Connect to Twilio. So now there is a perfect flow of data between Airtable and Twilio. So let me go to my Airtable account and let me just add one more detail. So the name is Rainer and Jerome. The age is 34 and this is the phone number. Okay, so I have added the phone number. So the name is Rainer, the last name is Jerome, the age is 34 and this is this person's phone number. So let's have a look whether this person has got the SMS. Okay, so this is the SMS. Excellent. So our integration is working absolutely fine. This means anytime a new record is added in Airtable, it will be reflected as a message via Twilio. Hello everyone. So in this video, we will learn how to sync new Airtable projects with Google Drive. So imagine this, you have created a new record in Airtable. Now to back up your data, you plan to create a folder in Google Drive. Once the folder is created in Google Drive, you want the link of the folder in the adjacent column in Airtable. So here you have two choices. The first choice is copy the record details from Airtable, sort it out, manually create a folder in Google Drive, and paste the link in the adjacent column in Airtable. The problem with this approach is it's actually very repetitive and tiresome. So I would suggest that you bring in some automation so that whenever a new record is added in Airtable, it will automatically create a folder in Google Drive and add this folder link in the adjacent column of Airtable. So in this video, we will be using Pabbly Connect to integrate Airtable to Google Drive and back again to Airtable. The best part of using Pabbly Connect is there is no need for coding skills or programming knowledge. It can be done easily. Let me show you on my screen. Okay, so we will begin with a small example. So as you can see, this is my Airtable and I have created a new base called as Red King and this is my table, okay, new record for base. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to add some field. So the name of the person is, let's say, John, okay. John is the name of the person and he has to do, let's say, cooking. Okay, so a person has been created, that is John, and then we have created a new record, that is cooking. So the idea is that once this field has been added, a new link will be automatically added here. So give it 1 or 2 seconds and the link will be automatically added here. Okay, so as you can see, we have got the link. So your obvious question is, what is this link? So we have developed the automation that once a record is added, a folder will be automatically created in my Google Drive. And this link, okay, so this link is basically the link of this, this folder. So basically to begin the integration process, let me just create a new tab, and in the new tab let me just type pabbly.com. So your obvious question is, why pabbly.com? Because we have an app called as Pabbly Connect that will integrate Airtable to Google Drive. So let me just click on sign in. Okay, so this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. As you can see, I already have made an account in Pabbly Connect. You can also build your own free account in just 2 minutes. So let me just scroll down and here you will find Connect. Just click on access now. Okay, so before we create a new workflow, let me just close this old workflow, otherwise we will be getting 2 times results, double results. So let me just create a new workflow. We will start from scratch and the name of the workflow should be something like Airtable to Google Drive to Airtable. So basically this is the whole process. Once a record will be added in Airtable, there will be a folder in Google Drive and again the record will be updated. Okay, so let me just click on create. Okay, so when you click on create, a window appears in front of you. This is called as the trigger window. So in the choose app, how about we make it as Airtable? Airtable it is. Okay, so now in the trigger event, how about we make it as new record? Okay, so new record is a trigger event. So your obvious question is, what is a trigger event? Trigger is basically an if statement. It asks a question, if the condition is met, what should be done? For example, if a new record is added in Airtable, then what action should be taken by the system? Now at present, we only have one trigger event, that is new record. Now, if you want more triggers of your choice, you can make a request to our team at admin@pabbly.com to custom build a trigger event for you. But at present, I'm happy when a new record is made in Airtable. Okay, so let me just click on connect with Airtable. In the new credentials, we have to fill in the token. So to get the token, let's have a visit to Airtable. So this is my Airtable account, and let me just click on account. Okay, so just click on this part, account. So let me just scroll down, and here in the API section you will find the API token. So let me just copy this, and I'm going to paste it here. Okay, so we have entered the API token. Excellent. And let me just click on save. Okay, so when you click on save, a set of blanks has appeared in front of you. Actually, there are two blanks. One is for the base and one is for the table. So as you can see, these are all the bases that is present in my Airtable account. So all those bases that is present here, okay, so as you can see, these are all the bases that is present in my Airtable account is being simply reflected here. This is because Airtable is now integrated with Pabbly Connect. So what if I create a new base? So let us begin from scratch. That is why, okay, so we are going to create a new base. So let's say, the record base should be something like a name, working schedule. Okay, so basically we are going to create a schedule. Okay, and I'm just going to make some changes in this base. So first of all, let me just rename this table. Okay, workload or work person. Okay, so this is the name of the table. Okay, so these are the record fields we have. So what I'm going to do here is we are going to first of all delete this field. We don't really need this. So I'm just going to delete this field totally. And we also don't want at this point these extra record fields, so I'm just going to delete all selected records. Okay, so now we also have to make some changes in the attachment. Now since we are going to add or update the record as a link, so let me just remove this, okay, and change the field type. So I'm just going to add it as a link, okay, and I'm going to change it to link it to other record, and let me just click on save. Okay, so now we are practically ready. So a new base called as working schedule has been added, and the table associated with is work person. There is only one table, that is work person. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to Pabbly Connect, and I'm just going to refresh this. So when I click on refresh, I can expect to find a newly created base in the drop down. So let me just have a look. So let me just have a look. Yeah, we do have a base called as working schedule. So we have selected it. Now by default, it is showing the table that is associated with it, that is work person. If there were more tables, more table would have been shown in the drop down, but there is only one table, that is work person. Okay, so it is being reflected here and we have selected it. So when I click on save and send test request, it will show the data of the recently created record. So let me just show you what it will do. At present, we don't have any record. So let me just click on save and send test request. Okay, so as you can see, the API response is showing no such data because we don't have any record at this point. So what I'm going to do here is we are going to enter some name. So let's say Elon Musk. Okay, and in the notes, Tesla. Okay, so here the link will come, so we are not going to add anything here. So what I'm going to do here is once again, I'm just going to click on save and send test request. Now, as I mentioned before, once I click on save and send test request, it will fetch the data of the recently created record. Now, the recently created record is of Elon Musk. So let me do that. Let me just click on save and send test request to show the data. Okay, yeah. So as you can see, this is the ID associated. Now let me just remind you that this is actually very important. Now coming to the name is Elon Musk, the node is Tesla, and the time it was created. Okay, so basically now we have to create a folder associated with this record in Google Drive. So to do that, let me just click on this plus button. Okay, so when you click on this plus button, another window appears in front of you. This is called as the action window. So in the choose app, how about we make it as Google Drive? Google Drive. Okay. So basically what we are going to do here is we are going to create a file or a folder associated with this record. So what I'm going to do here is in the action window, how about action event? I'm just going to make it as create a file or a folder. So where is our action event? Create a file or folder. Yeah, this one. Okay, so create a file or a folder is an action event. There are of course many action events associated with Google Drive. Now in case if you want more action events according to your choice, you can make a request to our team at admin@pabbly.com to custom build an action event for you. But at present, I just want to create a folder in Google Drive. So let me just click on connect with Google Drive. In the new credentials, let me just again click on connect with Google Drive. So as you can see, these are the series of Gmail accounts I have. And in this particular Gmail account, this Google Drive is present. Okay, so let me just select this. Okay, so now it is asking me to confirm my choice. Now before I click on allow, let me tell you something. Pabbly Connect doesn't take any chances with your data. Your data is 100% safe and secure with us. Okay, so on the basis of that trust, let me just press allow. Okay, so it is showing the authorization is successful. Just press OK. So as you can see, we do have a blank called as file name. We have to fill in the file name. So what is that? So basically we want to fill a name so that our new folder will be created. So what I'm going to do here is, since I just want to associate the record and the folder, so I'm just going to type the name as Elon Musk. So what I'm going to do here is, this is my Google Drive, and let me just take you to my drive. Okay, so these are all the folders that is present in my Google Drive. So let me just go to Pabbly Connect, and in the file type I'm going to change it to drive folder. So the idea is that once I click on save and send test request, it will create a drive folder called as Elon Musk in my Google Drive. Okay, so let me do that. Let me just click on save and send test request. Okay, so as you can see, a new folder has been created. So what I'm going to do here is, I'm just going to show you the folder. So this is the folder Elon Musk. So let's select this. Okay, so this is the folder Elon Musk. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is, next we want to create a link so that this link will be available in this section. Okay, in this section. So let me just click on this plus button, and this time we are going to associate it with the Airtable. So let me just type Airtable. Okay, so this time we are just going to update a record. So let's select the action event as update a record, and let me just again click on connect with Airtable. Now we are not going to fill this again. We are just going to the recent setting. Okay, so this is the one, and let me just click on save. Okay, so as you can see, a set of blanks has appeared in front of you. The purpose of these blank is very simple. We are going to update a record in Airtable. So as you can see, in the base it is by default showing project tracker. So these are, as I mentioned, these are all the bases that is present here, but at present I only want this base, that is working schedule. So let me just select working schedule. Okay, so now coming to the table name. So by default it is already showing the table name, that is work person. So now coming to the record. So basically here the record of this record will come. Okay, so basically we have to enter this particular detail. So now to do that, first of all, let me just show you the ID. So basically this is the ID we want. So I'm just going to remove this. Okay, first of all, I'm just going to toggle this to the right, and I'm going to remove this. Okay, and here I'm just going to click on this mapping button. Click on this mapping button, and let me just go to the Airtable record, and let me just map the ID. Okay, now coming to the name, notes, as well as the link. So we don't want to change anything about these two fields, but we definitely have to work on the link. So basically the link is something that will come here. Okay, so basically we are going to work on that. So basically we are going to add the folder link. So as you can see, this is our folder link. So this is the folder called as Elon Musk. I have shown you. Let me just show you again. So this is the folder that we have created, and we just click here, and this is the link associated with this folder. Now there is something you should know. Now this particular link consists of two parts. This part is called as the static part, whereas this one is the dynamic part. Okay, so first of all, what I'm going to do here is, let me just explain you much better. So let me just go back to my drive. Okay, and let me just click on this particular folder. So as you can see, this part always remains static, whereas this part has a very different set of characters. Okay, as you can see, these two things are different. For example, again, let me just go to this new folder. Okay, so this part always remains static. Okay, there is no change. It's basically the address. It never changes. Whereas for Elon and Lygium and this particular, we do have a different set of characters. So this part keeps on changing. So let's deal with the static one first. So what I'm going to do here is, first of all, I'm just going to map this particular detail here. Okay, let me just go to this part. Okay, and let me just map this. I'm just going to copy this, and I'm going to paste it here. Easy. Okay, so now coming to the ID. So basically we have to enter the ID. So this is the ID we want. Okay, so basically this is the ID of this particular folder. Okay, let me just show you the folder of Elon Musk. So this is the folder of Elon Musk. So basically, as you can see, this is the ID starting with 1K9EQ something up to N0. So this is the ID 1K9EQ and N0. So this is the static part. Now if a new record is created, a new folder will be created in Google Drive, and the Google Drive will show a very different ID for that particular newly created record. Okay, so as you can see, this is a dynamic one. Enough of explanation. Let me just click on save and send test request, and this particular link will appear here. Okay, so let me do that. Let me just click on save and send test request. So as you can see, we do have the link. So basically this is our link. Okay, so before you go away, let me just explain you the whole mechanism in a nutshell. So first you integrated Airtable to Pabbly Connect, and then you have integrated Pabbly Connect to Google Drive to create a folder. Then you have updated the Airtable record by just adding this link. Okay, so basically this is the folder link. Excellent. Hello everyone. So in this video, we will learn how to add Shopify orders to Airtable. So imagine this, a customer called as John has made a purchase from your Shopify store. So you have John's name, email address, and all those details. So you want to add John as a record in Airtable, maybe to analyze the data or just to create a backup. So here you have two choices. The first choice is copy all the details of John from Shopify, sort it out, and manually add him as a contact or a record in Airtable. Now the problem with this approach is it's actually very repetitive and tiresome. So I would suggest that you bring in some automation so that whenever a new order is created in Shopify, it will automatically create a record in Airtable. So in this video, we will be using Pabbly Connect to integrate Shopify and Airtable. The best part of using Pabbly Connect is there is no need for coding skills or programming knowledge. It can be done easily. Let me show you on my screen. Okay, so we are going to begin with a small example. So this is my Shopify store, and imagine a guy called as Neil Harris is purchasing the product. So he's going to purchase, let's say, this pen, ink pen, okay? And he's going to just buy it now, click on buy it now. And then he's going to fill all his details. So to complete the checkout page. So this is the email of Neil, okay, Neil Harris, 123@gmail.com, just a random email that's popping in my head. And these are the details. Neil, the last name is Harris. The company he works is Tesla, or about Apple. Okay, and this is his address. Goes down. Okay, so just a random name. And the city he resides is Paris, let's say. Okay, and the state is Madhya Pradesh. Okay, so we have entered it. Now then this is the pin code. Okay, and of course we have to enter the phone number. So this is the phone number of Neil Harris. So let me just click on continue to shipping. Okay, and let me just click on continue to payment. Okay, so Neil Harris is now going to make a payment using his credit card. So these are the details of his credit card. Let me just enter the Neil Harris security code. Okay, and let me just click on pay now. Okay, so as you can see, the order is being processed. So once the order is processed, okay, so the order has been processed. It is showing thank you, Neil. And this is the product he has purchased. He has basically purchased an ink pen, and it is worth 100 rupees. And these are the details. Neil Harris, that's the name. This is the company he works in. This is the address. This is the city, the pin code, and this is the country. And this is, of course, the phone number. So let me just go to Airtable. Okay, so as you can see, we do have the record. So the first name is Neil, the email, the phone number, this is the product, and this is the price. So basically this is the whole mechanism. Whenever there is a purchase made by a customer on your Shopify store, it will be added as a record on Airtable. So to begin the integration in the new tab, let me just type pabbly.com. Pabbly.com it is. So your obvious question is, why pabbly.com? Well, we have an app called as Pabbly Connect that will integrate Shopify and Airtable. So let me just click on sign in. Okay, so this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. As you can see, I already have made an account in Pabbly Connect. You can also build your own free account in just 2 minutes. So let me just scroll down, and here you will find connect. Just click on access now. Okay, so at the top right corner, you will find a button, create workflow. Click this. So basically we are going to create a new workflow. Now there is something I have to do before I create a new workflow. So this is basically the old workflow that I have used
to integrate Shopify and my Airtable account. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to switch off this workflow. The reason I'm switching off this workflow is if I don't switch off this workflow and if I create a new workflow, it will create two results. So basically, to avoid the duplication of results, I have switched off this workflow. It is actually none of your concern. I'm just stating my problems. That's all. Okay, so let me just start from scratch by clicking on create workflow. Okay, so we are going to give a name. How about Shopify to Airtable? And let me just click on create. Okay, so when you click on create, a window appears in front of you. This is called as the trigger window. So basically we are going to create a new workflow. Now, if you want to replicate or clone this workflow, the link of this workflow is available in the description box. So in the choose app, how about we make it as Shopify, because we will be sending the data from Shopify. That is why Shopify. Now in the trigger event, how about we make it as new order? Okay, so new order is a trigger event. So your obvious question is, what is a trigger event? Trigger is basically a if statement. It asks a question, if the condition is met, what should be done? For example, if a new order is made in Shopify, then what action should be taken by the system? Now we do have a ton of trigger events like new cart, new order, new product, new refund, new inventory. All of them are a bunch of trigger events. Now in case if you want more trigger events according to your choice, you can make a request to our team at admin@pabbly.com to custom build a trigger event for you. But at present, I just want to send the data when a new order is made in Shopify. So essence is we are just trying to integrate Shopify to Pabbly Connect. So let me just take you to my Shopify store. Okay, so this is not my Shopify store. So let me just go to my Shopify store. Okay. Okay, so this is my Shopify store. And as you can see at the left bottom, you will find the option called as settings. Click this. Okay, so this is the settings page. Here you will find the option called as notifications. Click this. Okay, so this is the notifications page of my Shopify store. So let me just scroll down, and here at the bottom, at the near bottom, you will find the option called as webhooks. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to click on create webhook. Okay, so basically when you click on create webhook, a window appears in front of you. So basically, first of all, we have to set up the event. So the event is when a new order is created by the customer. So I'm just typing order created, yeah, this one, order creation. Now in the format, it will remain as JSON. Now coming to the most important part, the URL. So to get the URL, let me go to Pabbly Connect and copy this. This is the webhook URL you want. Copy this and simply paste it here. Okay, so we have entered the URL. The webhook API version will remain same. Just click on save webhook. Okay, so basically now we have set up Shopify and Pabbly Connect. We basically have integrated Shopify and Pabbly Connect. This means anytime a new order is created in Shopify, Pabbly Connect has to capture the data. Now to ensure that Pabbly Connect captures this data, let me go to Pabbly Connect and let me just click on this button, capture webhook response. Okay. So it is showing it is waiting for the data. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to my Shopify store. Okay, so this is where I go to my store and I'm going to make a dummy purchase. Okay, so we have already made a dummy purchase. So we are going to do it once again. Okay, so this time we are going to buy this mobile in text and mobile. Okay, so let me just buy it now. Click on buy it now. And this time a guy called as Henry William or William Henry is making a purchase. So this is the email of William Henry. William Henry 123@gmail.com. The first name is William. The last name is Henry. Okay, so this is the company he works in. He works in a castle. And this is the address. Okay, just a random name. And the city is London. Okay, so the reason I'm entering the same state as well as the pin code is because I don't know any pin code that is corresponding to a proper state. That is why 2406. And then we have William's phone number. So this is William's phone number and we have entered it. So let me just remove this. Okay, now it's looking proper. So let me just click on continue to shipping. Okay, continue to payment. Okay, so William is now going to enter his credit card details. So this is again the same credit card details that I'm going to fill. Okay, so let me just enter the security code and let me just click on pay now. Okay, so the order is getting processed. Okay, so as you can see, William has made a purchase. Okay, and the total is of $118. Okay, 118 rupees.
And these are the details. The William Henry, that's the customer. This is the place where he works. This is the place where he resides, and this is the city, state, and all those details. And this is the country, and this is of course the phone number. So what we're going to do here is we are going to check whether Pabbly Connect, since it is integrated with Shopify, has it captured this data or not. So let's have a look. Yes, we do have some data. So let's explore them. So as you can see, we have the email, that is williamhenry123@gmail.com. So basically this is the price of the product without the tax. Okay. And this is the full-fledged price of the product, including the tax. So this is the email once again, and then we have the person's name. So where is the person's name? Let me just scroll down even more. Okay, so this is the person name, that is William. This is the address. This is the city where he resides. This is the province. This is the country. This is the place where he works, and of course we have the phone number. So where is our phone number? Okay, so basically using all these details, we are going to create a record in Airtable. So to do that, let me introduce one more window. So this window is called as the action window. Now in the Choose app, how about we make it as Airtable, because we want to create a record in Airtable. That is why Airtable it is. Now in the action event, how about we make it as create record? Now create a record is an action event. There are many more action events like update record, get record, search record, delete record, all of them are a bunch of action events. Now in case if you want more action events according to your choice, you can make a request to our team at admin@pabbly.com to custom build an action event for you. But at present, I just simply want to create a record in Airtable. So let me just click on connect with Airtable. In the new credentials, we have to fill in the token. So to get the token, let's have a visit to Airtable. So this is my Airtable account. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to the home, and let me just go to the profile. Okay, so under the profile you will find the option account. Click this. Okay, so let's scroll down, and here in the API section you will find the API key. So this is the key. Copy this and simply paste it here. Okay, so we have entered the token. So let me just click on save. Okay, so when you click on save, a set of blanks has appeared in front of you. Now basically we have two important blanks, the base as well as the table name. So let me just take you to Airtable. So as you can see, these are all the bases that I have in my Airtable account. Now for your consideration, what if I create a new base? So let me just click on start from scratch. Okay, now before that, let me just show you all the bases I have. So these are all the bases that is present in my Airtable account is being simply reflected here. Okay, so for your consideration, I am going to create a new base. Okay, so let me just create a new base. The name of the base is Shopify new database. Okay, so this is the base, Shopify new database, and this is the table associated with it. So I'm just going to rename it as database 1. Okay, just a random name that's popping in my head. That's all, database 1. Okay, so let me just go to Pabbly Connect, and when I click on refresh, I can expect to find this newly created base in the drop down. So let me just refresh it. Okay, so the name of the base is, remember, Shopify new database. Okay, so it is getting refreshed. Give it 1 or 2 seconds. Okay, so the base ID has been refreshed. So let's have a look. So yeah, so we do have the base, that is Shopify new database, and the associated table with it is database 1. Okay, so basically what we are going to do here is, as you can see, we do have the same columns that is present in the record, in the same field, in the same database, in the same record. Okay, so as you can see, we have the name, notes, attachment, and status. So basically we have the same columns. We have the name, notes, attachment, and status. So we are going to make some changes here. So first of all, I'm going to change the name. Okay, so it is already okay. Let me just check the field. Okay, so it is single line text. Now here I'm going to mention it as email. So I'm just going to mention it as email it is. Now in place of long text, how about we just make it as email? Okay, excellent. And let me just click on save. Now coming to the attachment, in place of attachment, how about we add the phone number? So let me just click here. Okay, double click here, and let me just type phone number. And it is demanding a specific format. There is a specific format, that is the phone number fields. Okay, let me just click on save. Now coming to the status, how about we make it as product? So basically it will tell which product the customer has purchased. So in our case, it was in text and mobile phone. Yeah. And we are going to change the status as single line text. Okay. And let me just click on save. Okay, so basically we have worked on 4 fields. Now if you want more fields, you can just keep on adding, but I'm happy with 4 fields. Okay, so let me just go to Pabbly Connect and let me just refresh this once again because all the fields have to be changed. Okay, so I'm refreshing it. Okay, so as you can see, the new fields are termed as name, email, phone, as well as the product. So let's start mapping. So let me introduce you to this button. This button is called as the mapping button. When we click this, we will find all the data that we have received from Shopify. So the name of the person was, I think, William. Okay, William Henry, and we have mapped it. Now coming to the email. So this is the email. Okay, let me just map the email. So this is the email and we have mapped it. Now coming to the phone number. So let's explore the phone number. Okay, so this is the phone number, and of course this is the product. Product was I think we should have actually added one more field that was of the number, but it's okay. You obviously can do that. The product was, I think, Index 10 mobile. Okay, so we have mapped it. So basically we have entered all the details. So all I have to do is just click on save and send test request to create a record. So let me do that. So as you can see, the record has been created. Okay, so this is the name William and the email is William Henry 123. This is the phone, this is the product, and this is the time at which it was created. So let me just explore. Okay, so as you can see, we do have the fields. This is the William, that is the name, this is the email, this is the phone, and this is the product. Excellent. So the presence of this data shows that we have successfully integrated Shopify and Airtable with help of Pabbly Connect. Now, before we leave, let me just explain you the whole mechanism in a nutshell. So let me just go to Pabbly Connect and let me just minimize this action window and let me just minimize the trigger window. So basically, this is the whole process in a nutshell. First you integrated Shopify to Pabbly Connect, and then you have integrated Pabbly Connect to Airtable. So now there's a perfect flow of data between Shopify and Airtable. Excellent.
Hey everyone, in this video we are going to learn how you can automatically create Instagram posts for your specific Airtable records. Here, Airtable and Instagram are two very different applications and there is no direct connection between Airtable and Instagram. That's why we are going to integrate both of these applications with the help of an integration software that is Pabbly Connect. So that whenever a new record is created in Airtable, Pabbly Connect will automatically create posts on Instagram at the same time. And you know what the best part is? This process requires no coding knowledge and any non-technical person can also do this easily. So let's begin with the process. Okay, so this is my Airtable where I have created this page that is social media, and here is the table that is post, and this is the view name that is Instagram post. Okay, so here I have created some fields and added filter like social media should be Instagram, and here photo URL is not empty and Instagram post caption is not empty. Okay, so I'm going to fill these 3 fields here and we'll see what is the reaction on this Instagram. Okay, so here in the Instagram we want to create a post. Okay, so whenever a new record is added in Airtable, we want to create a new post in this Instagram account. Okay, so I'm going to post this particular picture and we'll be requiring this URL. So have a look here and just copy it. Okay, now going back to this Airtable record, and here I'm going to just add this photo URL. Before that I'm going to add this social media's Instagram. Okay, so yeah, this is done, and here I'm adding that photo URL. Okay, so this is photo URL and some random caption that is watch. Okay, so here it is created. Now I'm going back to this Michael Karras account of Instagram and we'll see whether this same picture, that means this picture, got posted there or not. Okay, so here in the Instagram, okay, so here we have got this picture posted, that is this watch thing. Okay, so here it got posted, and that's how we have connected Airtable with Instagram through Pabbly Connect. Here how we have done it, let's have a look and begin the process by typing pabbly.com in your new tabs browser. Okay, before proceeding, I just want to mention that sometimes Airtable may require 2 minutes, 3 minutes, or sometimes more, so don't panic to get the response. Okay, so it may require time, but it will definitely give you the response. It will definitely send the details to your action application, that is Instagram. Okay, so here I'm going to type pabbly.com here in the new tabs browser, that is pabbly.com. okay, so yeah, here press enter and you will reach to the site of Pabbly Connect. Here you have to click on products and you have to click on connect. Okay, so this is the landing page of Pabbly Connect. Here you have to click on sign in. As I have already created my account, that's why I'm directly signing in. You can also create your free account just in 2 minutes. So sign in. Okay, so this is my account and here I'm going to click on connect access now. Okay, that's how you will reach to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here you have to create the workflow with the help of this create workflow button. Okay, just click on it and here you will have to name your workflow. So I'm going to name it as Airtable to Instagram. Okay, now click on create. Okay, so whenever you click on create, the name is visible here, your workflow name. Okay, so here I would like to mention that I will add the link of this workflow in the description box. You can directly clone it and directly access it into your account. Okay, so whenever you will click on this create button, these two windows will appear. Okay, so this is action window and this is trigger window. So this is trigger and this window performs action. So you might be thinking, what is this trigger or action? So let me tell you, when we talk about automation in Pabbly Connect, it works on the concept of triggers and action. Trigger says when this happens, action says do this. Suppose in this use case, whenever a new record is created in Airtable, this is a trigger, and create post in Instagram automatically is the action of this whole process. Okay, so here what we are going to do, we are going to make a connection between these two applications. And here you have to choose your trigger application. So trigger application is Airtable. Okay, this is Airtable. And here you have to choose a trigger event as new record in view. Now here we are going to make a connection between Airtable and Instagram through Pabbly Connect, and first we are going to connect Airtable with Pabbly Connect. Okay, so we will send the data from Airtable to Pabbly Connect, and then Pabbly Connect will send the data from itself to Instagram application. Okay, so here I'm going to click on connect. And here in the token section, you have to follow this instruction, or you can directly click on this account section. Okay, so here I'm going to just scroll it down and here I'm going to copy this key. Okay, copy, go back to Pabbly Connect and here just paste it over here and just save your credential. Okay, wonderful. Now here in the fields, that is base, table, view name, trigger field, that will be according to your Airtable record. Okay, so I'm going to this Airtable. And here I have created this new table, that is table for post in this base social media. Okay, so here the post name is, the view name is Instagram post view, and here I'm going to add a record. Okay, so I'm going back to this Pabbly Connect and here I'm going to select my particularly preferable field. Okay, so here in which I want to add a record, that is social media. Okay, so here according to it, the table and the view name will be visible. So here the table is table for post, as I've already shown you. Once more I can show you that this is my table. Okay, so here in the Pabbly Connect, I'm going to click on this view name and here the view name is Instagram post view. Again, I'm going to show you this is my Instagram post view. Okay, in this particular view, I'm going to add a record. Now going back to Pabbly Connect and here the trigger field. Okay, so the trigger field is not already created, you have to create it. And here I'm going back to this here and you can create from here. Okay, so you can just type here create it. Okay, and here you have to just add the customize your field as here created time. Okay, so you have to click on this create field and your created field will be visible. Okay, here, so going back to this Pabbly Connect and here I'm going to just add a new record in Airtable. Okay, so we are done with the details here. Now I'm going to add a new image URL or image here in the Airtable. Okay, so here I'm going to add this as, let me just, okay, so here social media is Instagram. And here in the photo URL section, just I'm going to tell you which post or which image I'm going to post. Okay, so this image I'm going to post and here I'm going to just copy its URL. Okay, this is the URL of the image, just copy it. And here in the social media base, here I'm going to paste the URL in the photo URL section. Okay, so just paste it and here the random caption, that is pool image. Okay, so let me just capitalize this P. So we are done with this record, and now I'm going back to this Pabbly Connect, and here I'm going to click on save and send test request in order to receive the details of the record here in the Pabbly Connect. Okay, so just going to click on save and send test request. Okay, now we have received the record details here. Okay, this is the URL, this is the full image name, that means caption, and this is the created time. Okay, now here what we have done, we have just received the details of Airtable in Pabbly Connect. Now we are sending these details to Instagram through Pabbly Connect, and here I'm going to search for Instagram in this action window. Okay, so here I'm going to choose it as Instagram. Okay, Instagram for business. Okay, so here the action event is publish photo because we are posting the picture. Okay, so here I'm going to click on connect in order to connect Instagram with Pabbly Connect, and here just connect with Instagram for business. Okay, so it is successfully connected as I've already logged in with my Instagram account. Okay, so here all the details again will be visible, that is Instagram account to use. This is Michael Karras, this is my Instagram account. Okay, so this is already visible here. Now the photo URL. The photo URL, you can map it from this window. Okay, so these are the details of our window, this one. Okay, these details. So for mapping, these are available in this drop down menu. Okay, so whenever you click on this field, these all details will be visible. So here I'm going to add a photo URL, this one, and here I'm going to add the caption as this mapping thing. Okay, so here just going to scroll it down, and this is the caption. Okay, now we have completed the photo URL and the caption thing. Now I'm going to click on save and send test request, and the response is received. That means the picture got posted or Instagram created post. Okay, so here going back to this Michael Karras account, and here just refreshing it once. Okay, so here we received the same image that we added in the record of Airtable. Okay, so here this is posted. Now I'm going back to Pabbly Connect, and that's how we have built a connection between Airtable and Instagram. Here I'm going to minimize the window and summarizing the whole process. Okay, so basically what we have done, we have connected Airtable with Instagram through Pabbly Connect. Here first we have connected Airtable with Pabbly Connect, and then we have connected Pabbly Connect with Instagram in order to send the data from Airtable to Instagram. So that's how we have built a connection between these two applications.
Hello everyone. So in this video, we will learn how to automatically create Airtable records on new Google Forms submission. So let us begin with a small example. So as you can see, I have a Google form called as retreat form. So the idea is that a respondent is going to fill in the form. Once the respondent filled in this form, the date of the respondent will be added in my table in Airtable. So let us do the experiment. So we have a guy called as Lijam O'Reilly. So this is the full name, Lijam O'Reilly. This is the email address, lijam123word@gmail.com. And this is the age, he is 56, and this is his address. So this is the address of Lijam O'Reilly. Okay, and that's done. And click on submit. So the submission has been made by a person called as Lijam O'Reilly. Now the idea is that Lijam O'Reilly's data will be added in a table in Airtable. So let's have a look. Yes, we do have the details of Lijam O'Reilly. We have the name, that is Lijam O'Reilly. Then we have the email, then we have the phone number, then we have the age, that is 56, and this is basically the address. So you must be thinking, how did I do it? How did I manage to send the data from Google Forms to Airtable? So basically here I've used an integration and automation software called as Pabbly Connect that integrates Google Forms and Airtable. Now the best part of using Pabbly Connect is there is no need for coding skills or programming knowledge. It can be done easily. Let me show you the process step by step. Okay, so to begin the process, in the new tab, just type pabbly.com, 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 press enter. Okay, so this is the website of pabbly.com. Just hover on products, and here you will find connect. Just click on connect. Okay, so this is the landing page of Pabbly Connect. All you have to do is just click on sign up for free. Here you can build your own account in just 2 minutes. In my case, I have already built an account, so let me just straight away click on sign in. So this is the app section of Pabbly. Let me just scroll down, and here you will find connect. Just click on access now. Okay, so at the top right corner, you will find a button, Create Workflow. Click this, a dialog box appears in front of you. It is asking you to give a name to this workflow. I'm planning to give it as Google Forms to Airtable. Google Forms to Airtable. Of course, you can give any name according to your discretion. It's totally on you. And let me just click on Create. So when you click on Create, you will find two windows, the trigger window as well as the action window. So what's the deal with the trigger window as well as the action window? Well, if you're working with Pabbly Connect, the automation runs on the concept of triggers and action. The trigger is basically a if statement. It asks a question, if this happens, what should be done? For example, if a new form submission is made, that is basically the trigger. Now the action will be a new data row will be entered in Airtable. So usually using these two windows, we are going to create a workflow to integrate Google Forms to Airtable. Now the best part here is I will add the link of this workflow in the description box so that you can clone it and directly access it into your account. Okay, so let's go with the trigger. We have to select the choose app as Google Forms. Google Forms it is. Now in the trigger event, how about we make it as new response in spreadsheet? New response in spreadsheet is a trigger event. So basically what we are going to do here is we are just trying to integrate the Google form to Pabbly Connect. So this is a newly created Google form, new Himalayan retreat. Okay, so the idea is that we are going to integrate this particular Google form to Pabbly Connect. Now before we integrate, there are two questions you have. The first question is, why the hell are we working on incognito mode? And the second question is the trigger event, why it is mentioned as new response in spreadsheet. It should be something like new response in Google Forms or something related to forms. Why spreadsheet? Well, the answer is the integration of Google Forms involves the creation of Google Sheet. Now, if you're working with Google Sheet, it is always advisable that if you have multiple Gmail accounts, always work in incognito mode. Otherwise, there will be the problem of authentication. Now, the second question is the trigger event. Why it is new response in spreadsheet? So the idea is that all the data, all the responses from this Google form, it will be sent to a particular Google Sheet. And from that Google Sheet, it will be sent to Pabbly Connect. So let me show you how it's done. So this is my Google form. Okay. So let me just scroll down, and at the last field, I'm just going to click here and make sure that this field is mandatory. Make sure that this field is mandatory. After that, the idea is that the responses of this form will be collected in a particular Google Sheet. So let me just click on responses, and this is the icon for creating the Google Sheet. So let me just click here. So it is giving me two choices, create a new spreadsheet, select existing spreadsheet. We are going with a new sheet. Okay. And the default name is new Himalayan retreat form. So all you have to do is just click on create. Okay, so as you can see, a new spreadsheet associated with this form is getting created. Okay, so we have the columns name, email, age, phone, and the address. I think address is the last column. Okay, and along with that, we have this one column, that is timestamp. So what are these? So basically, these are all the fields that is present in this particular form. Okay, all the fields that is present here is now added as a column here. Along with that, we have one additional column, that is timestamp. Timestamp basically means the time at which the response was submitted. Now the idea is that once the response is filled here, the data will come here, and from here it will be sent to Pabbly Connect. So essentially we are going to integrate this Google Sheet to Pabbly Connect, and this is how you do it. First of all, you have to go to add-ons, click on add-ons. Okay. And in the add-ons, you will find Pabbly Connect Webhooks. Now, Pabbly Connect Webhook is an add-on that I have installed in my Google Sheet. Since you're beginning fresh, Pabbly Connect Webhooks might not have been installed yet. So first of all, go to this part, Get Add-ons. So when you click on Get Add-ons, Google Workspace Marketplace opens up in front of you. In the search, just type Pabbly Connect Webhooks. Pabbly Connect Webhooks, this one. Okay, so it is showing the button is already installed. All you have to do is just click on this button and Pabbly Connect Webhooks will be installed in your Google Sheet also. And there is something else you have to know. After installing Pabbly Connect Webhooks, do not forget to refresh your Google Sheet. I repeat this again. After installing Pabbly Connect Webhooks add-on, do not forget to refresh your Google Sheet. So I'm assuming that you have installed Pabbly Connect Webhooks and you have refreshed your Google Sheet. So I'm going back to add-ons, clicking on Pabbly Connect Webhook and just click on Initial Setup. So this is the window of initial setup. You have two fields, the webhook URL as well as the trigger column. Now what's the deal with the webhook URL? The webhook URL is basically this. This is the webhook URL you want. You copy this and you simply paste it here. Then we have the trigger column. The trigger column is always the last data entry column. I repeat this again. The trigger column is always the last data entry column. In my case, the trigger column is column F. So I'm mentioning the trigger column as column F. Okay, just click on submit. Now there is one minor thing to complete the integration. Go back to add-ons, Pabbly Connect webhooks, just click on send on event. So this will ensure that anytime column F is filled, it will keep on sending the data to Pabbly Connect. And Pabbly Connect is ready to get the data. It is showing it is waiting for the data. Excellent. So what we are going to do here is we are going to make a submission. So let me just click on preview. So these are the details of the person. The name of the person is Selenia Gomez. And this is the email address starbuck123@gmail.com. The age of Selenia is 45. This is the phone number and she lives in Spain. Okay. And let me just click on submit. So the submission has been made by a person called as Selenia Gomez. So let's have a look. Do we have the details of Selenia Gomez in Google Sheet? Yes, we do have the details of Selenia Gomez. So this was the time at which this detail was collected. We have the name, we have the email address, we have the age, we have the phone number, and at the last we have the address. Now the address is basically the trigger column. The presence of this data indicates the trigger column should have been rigged. So let's have a look whether Pabbly Connect has captured the details of this whole row. Yes, we do have the details of Selenia Gomez in Pabbly Connect. We have the name, that is Selenia Gomez. We have the email, then we have the age, that is 45. This is the phone number, the address is Spain. And it has been collected in row number 2. This is row number 2. Excellent. So using all this data, we are going to create a record in Airtable, and this is how you do it. You go to the action window and you select the app as Airtable. Okay, so now in the action event, how about we make it as create record and simply just click on connect. So we are going with the new connection. In the new connection, we have to enter the token. So to get the token, let's have a visit to Airtable. So this is my Airtable account. Go to the profile, click on account. Okay, so this is the account. Scroll down, click here. So this is your API section and this is your API key. In my case, this is mine. And let me just copy and paste this here. Easy. Or you can just click here, directly go to the account section and get your API key. It works either way. Let me just click on save. Okay, so when you click on save, a set of fields has appeared in front of you. The purpose of these fields is to create a record in Airtable from the data that we have received from Google Forms via Pabbly Connect. So by default, it is showing the base ID as project trackers. So these are all the bases I have in my Airtable account. So let me just straight away show you all the records I have, all the bases I have. So these are all the bases I have. All the bases that is present here is being reflected here. Okay. Now I'm planning to create a new base. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a new base. So let me just click on add base, start from scratch. So we are going to give a name as Himalaya Retreat. So this is the name of the base and we are going with the color that is white. Okay, so it is going, okay, let's go with pink. So let me just delete all of them. We don't really need these bases, these records. Okay, so we have the first column that is for the name. Okay, that's let's keep it that way. Then we have the notes. I'm going to customize this as email. Long notes, no, how about email, this one. Okay, let me just click on save. Then we have something for the phone number. So I'm just going to customize this also. Phone number. Okay, so the type is phone number. Okay, let me just click on save. Then we have the status, customize the field. The status will be age. Age is again a number type. So the number. Okay, and let me just click on save. And actually for the address, we have to create one more field. So address, one more row. Okay, one more column, I'm sorry. And then we have the type as long text and let me just click on create field. So we have created enough columns. Okay, and the name of the base is Himalaya Retreat. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to refresh this. Okay, I'm going to refresh this. So when I click on refresh, I can expect to find this newly created base in the drop down. So let's have a look. Yes, we do have the base that is Himalaya Retreat. So the presence of this base indicates we have some kind of integration between Airtable and Pabbly Connect. Now by default, it is showing the table name as table 1 because there is only one table, that is table 1. So we are going to enter all the details in table 1. So let's start mapping. So we have the name. So this is the name that we have got from Google Forms. The name of the guy is Selenia Gomez. So we are going to map the details here. We click here, and this is the name, Selenia Gomez. Easy, and we have mapped it. Then we have the email. So this is the email, starbuck123@gmail.com. We have mapped it. Then we have the phone number. So this is the phone number and we have mapped it. The age. So this is the age and we have mapped it. Then we have the address. So this is the address. That is Spain. We have mapped all the details one by one. Okay. So at this point, all you have to do is just click on save and send test request to send this data to Airtable. Okay, so the response is a positive one. So let's have a look. Do we have the record of Selenia Gomez in Airtable? Yes, we do have the details of Selenia Gomez in Airtable. We have the name, we have the email, we have the phone number, we have the age, and we have the address. Excellent. So the presence of this record in Airtable confirms we have a successful integration between Google Forms and Airtable. Now, before you leave, let me just explain you the whole mechanism in a nutshell. So let me just minimize this action window and let me just minimize the trigger window. So basically, this is the whole process in a nutshell. First, you integrated Google Forms to Pabbly Connect, and then you integrated Pabbly Connect to Airtable. So now there's a perfect flow of data between Google Forms and Airtable.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Pabbly. So in this video we are going to learn when record is added on Airtable, send WhatsApp message. So the idea here is that whenever you receive a payment through any mode, you create a record in your Airtable account. Now you want that whenever a new record of payment is added to the Airtable account, automatically the customer should receive a payment confirmation message on his WhatsApp number. So how we can link Airtable and WhatsApp? First, let us check this in the real time and then we will move on to the integration process. So this is my Airtable account where I have created a table named All Payments and this is the WhatsApp number of the customer. So now I want that whenever a new payment record is added to this particular table, automatically the customer should receive a payment confirmation message. So I'm just going to add the customer details over here. Let's give the name as Adam Smith. Let's give the email address as adamsmith25@gmail.com. I'm just going to add the contact number of the customer. Okay, let's give the payment amount as $75 and the created date and time is automatically captured. Now let us check the WhatsApp number of the customer. I'm just going to refresh it. And here we can see a new message. Hello Adam Smith, this is a confirmation that we have just received your secure online payment. Amount $75. Don't hesitate to contact us with any questions or concerns. Thank you. Regards, Pabbly team. So here you might be wondering that I just created a record here in my Airtable account and automatically this customer named Adam Smith has received a payment confirmation message on his WhatsApp number. So how did I manage to do this? Let me tell you, this has become possible just because of the automation and integration process. So in order to create an integration between Airtable and WhatsApp, we are going to use a software application named Pabbly Connect. So basically, Pabbly Connect is an automation and integration software which will help us in integrating Airtable with WhatsApp automatically. The best part of using this application is it doesn't require any coding skills or programming knowledge. Even a non-technical person can use this software application very easily. So first we have to create an integration between Airtable and Pabbly Connect. Then Pabbly Connect will capture all the details of the record that you have created in your Airtable account. And using all those details, automatically a WhatsApp message will be sent on the mobile number of the customer. And in this way, we are going to learn that how we can create an integration between Airtable and WhatsApp using Pabbly Connect. Here we are using two software applications for the integration. The first software application is Airtable, which is a spreadsheet tool with database functionalities. So in place of Airtable, we can even use Google Sheets or Grist to create an integration with WhatsApp. So let us learn the integration process now. For this, let us type pabbly.com in our browser. This is the website of Pabbly. Here we have to come to Products and click on Pabbly Connect. This is the landing page of Pabbly Connect. As you are the first time user, you have to click on Sign Up for Free option. You can create your own account in just 2 minutes by clicking on this option. As I already have an account with Pabbly Connect, I'll simply click on Sign In. In the All Apps section, come to Pabbly Connect and click on Access Now. This is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here we have to create a workflow. For that, come to this plus sign and click on Create Workflow. Here we have to give a name to the workflow. So let's give the workflow name as Airtable and WhatsApp integration. Here you can give the workflow name as per your requirement and simply click on Create. Now here we can see a trigger window and an action window. So Pabbly Connect works on the concept of trigger and action. Trigger means when this happens, action means do this. So in this use case, we want the payment details to be captured from Airtable. So open this trigger window and here in the Choose app, let us find Airtable. In the trigger event, we have to select New Record. Click on Connect. Click on Add New Connection. Now it is asking for the token. Log into your Airtable and get your API key from the account section. So I'll just take you to my Airtable account. Here we have to come to the account section. Click on Account. And when we scroll down, here we can find the API key. So we are going to simply copy this key from here. We'll go back to Pabbly Connect and we'll paste the token or the API key over here. Okay. And simply click on Save. Okay, and now the Airtable account is connected to Pabbly Connect. Now here we have to select the base. So I'll just take you to my Airtable account once again. So here you can see that I have created workspace name marketing product sales, okay, and along with that Pabbly. So I have created two workspaces. If you want to create a new workspace by clicking on this add a workspace plus button, you can create a new workspace, okay. So I'll just take you to my Pabbly workspace. Here I have created few bases: Zoom meeting, hotel booking details, payment details. So if you want to create a new base, then click on this add a base plus sign and here you can create a new base. So I have already created a base named payment details. So I'll just open it. Here you can find the columns, that is name, email address, contact number, payment amount and created time. So I have created these fields over here. If you want to add some more columns by clicking on this plus sign, you can add some more fields or the columns over here, okay. So we are going to select this particular base here in Pabbly Connect. I'm just going to find the same base over here, that is payment details, okay. Now here we have to select the table. So I have already created a table. The table name is all payments. If you have created multiple tables, so from the drop down you can select the table name, okay. As I have created just one table, it is automatically captured. Now here we have to select the trigger field. So let us read the instructions. Create a field in your table scheme with field name created and field type created time. If you do not have a created field in your table scheme, please create one that will be used to sort records, because without this field, trigger will not work correctly. So that is the reason I have created this particular field, created time, in my table. So you also need to create this particular field as a trigger field in your table, okay. So let's move back to Pabbly Connect. Here the trigger field is automatically captured, that is created time. Now before clicking on save and send test request, first let us create a new record over here. Now here I'm just going to add the record details manually. But if you want to learn that how you can create an automation between your payment gateways and Airtable, we have attached a complete video in the I button of this video, okay. So I'm just going to add the name as Shikha Arya, email address as shikhaarya22@gmail.com. Okay, I'll just add the contact number. Remember, here we have to add the WhatsApp number of the customer. Okay, let's give the payment amount as $25. And here we can see that the created date and time is automatically captured. So now let's move back to Pabbly Connect and let us click on save and send test request. Okay, and here we can see the responses received and all the details that we have created into the record are captured over here. Here we can find the name, email address, contact number, the payment amount as well as the created date and time, okay. All the details of the customer and the payment are captured over here. So now we want to send a WhatsApp message to this particular customer on this WhatsApp number. So come to this action window. Here in the application name, let us find 360 dialog. In the action event, we have to select send template message. Click on connect. Click on add new connection. Now it is asking for the API key and domain. So let us read the instructions. Enter API key here. You can create API key in your 360 dialog account. Log into your 360 dialog account. Move to WhatsApp account page from the left sidebar and click on generate API key button. Okay, so I'll just take you to my 360 dialog account. So this is the dashboard of 360 dialog account. I have added the link of 360 dialog in the description box. By clicking on that link, you can reach to 360 dialog application and get 360 dialog service at a very affordable price than the actual price. Here we have to come to WhatsApp accounts. And here we can find generate API key option. So simply click on this, generate the API key, copy that API key, go back to Pabbly Connect and paste the API key over here. Now once the API key is generated, the same API key can be used for various different connections and workflows. We don't have to generate the API key again and again. Now the domain is required. Enter the domain here which you will get while generating the API key. An example is also given. So we are going to simply copy this example from here and I'll just paste it over here. Now whenever our account is approved, we get this particular domain by default. In your case, if you get some other domain, please paste that domain over here. After pasting API key and domain, simply click on Save. As I have already created a connection, I'll just choose this option, that is select existing connection, and I'll just click on Save. Okay, and now the 360 dialog is connected to Pabbly Connect. Now here we have to select a template. So you might be thinking, what is a template? Template is simply a message that we want to send on the WhatsApp number of the customer. As we cannot send the messages directly on WhatsApp, first we have to create a template. We have to get it approved from Facebook, and once the template is approved, then only the same template can be used for sending the messages on WhatsApp. That is the reason we have to select a specific template over here. So I'll just take you to my 360 dialog account once again, and here we can find manage templates option. Click on this. Now here we can see I have created several templates and got it approved. If you want to create a new template, come to this plus sign add template, click on add template. Here you can give the template name. Here you can select the category of the template as per your requirement. Various categories are available. Okay. From here you can select the language of your choice. Here you can select the template type. Okay. Here you can give the template body text, that is the message that you want to send on the WhatsApp number. After that, click on preview and submit. Then it will be going for the approval. And once this template is approved, you can use this particular template for sending the messages on WhatsApp. So I'll just close this template and I'll just open the one which I have already created and got it approved. Okay, let us find payment template over here. So I'm just going to scroll down. Okay, and here we can find payment underscore update. This is my template. I'm just going to open it. So here you can see hello, one number. This is a confirmation that we have just received your secure online payment amount. Don't hesitate to contact us with any questions or concerns. Thank you, regards. Okay. So here you can see 1, 2 and 3 numbers in the curly braces. So these are the body fields and the values of these body fields are going to change every time. So hello, here we want the name of the customer. Here the name of the customer will change according to the message. Again, the amount is going to change. And here you are going to just give your company name. So I'm just going to add the body fields over here, values. So it will make you clear. Okay, so let's give the first name as Shikha. Hello Shikha Arya. Okay, here in the body field, I'm just going to give the random amount, that is $25. Okay, she has made the payment of $25. So amount will be captured here. And here in the body field 3, let us give it as Pabbly team. So here you can see that in this way the messages will be delivered to the customers. So here I have just created a random message. You can create a message as per your requirement. Okay. So let us select this template, that is payment update here in Pabbly Connect. So I'm just going to find the same over here, that is payment update. Now here we can see that the namespace and the language code is automatically captured. So we are not going to make any changes over here. Now here we have to map the recipient mobile number. So recipient will be the customer who is going to receive the WhatsApp message. Now here an instruction is also mentioned. Enter the recipient mobile number with country code. So we have already got the customer details from Airtable. So we are going to just map all these details now. Okay, remember here we have to map the customer WhatsApp number. So I'm just going to map it from Airtable, and this was the WhatsApp number of the customer. Here we can see that the country code, as we are in India, +91 is already added to the number. So if the country code is missing, please add country code before the mobile number. Okay. Now here we have to give body field 1 example name. So let us map the name of the customer, that is Shikha Arya. Body field 2 example, here we can see the dollar, that is the amount. So let us map the amount, that is 25. I'm just going to add the dollar sign over here. Okay, and body field 3, here we can give our company name, that is Pabbly team. Okay, so we have mapped all the details. Now let us click on save and send test request. Okay, and here we can see the responses received. So now let us check the WhatsApp number of the customer. Okay, and here we can find a new message. I'm just going to open it. Hello Shikha Arya, this is a confirmation that we have just received your secure online payment amount $25. Don't hesitate to contact us with any questions or concerns. Thank you. Regards, Pabbly team. So here the things to note are the body fields and their values. So the first value was the Shikha Arya, the name of the customer. After that, we have mapped the amount as well as the company name. So in this message, we can see that all the values are correctly displayed. So in this way, we can see that our integration is working. So now I'll just move back to Pabbly Connect and let us save this workflow first. Data saved successfully. Okay. So now we have to check this in the real time. For that, I'll just go to the Airtable account, and here I'm just going to add one more details of a new customer. So let us give the name as Kuldeep Gupta. Let's give the email address as kuldeepg11@gmail.com. Okay. I'm just giving the same WhatsApp number just to check whether the integration is working fine or not. Okay, let's add the amount as $50. Okay, and here we can see a new record is created over here. So now let us check the WhatsApp number. We are going to just refresh it. And here we can find a new message. Hello Kuldeep Gupta, this is a confirmation that we have just received your secure online payment amount 50. Regards team Pabbly. Okay, so here we can see that our integration is perfectly working fine. Previously, we have created the integration with Shikha Arya, and in the real time, we have checked it with the Kuldeep Gupta. And here we have given the same WhatsApp number just for the testing purpose. Okay, so in the records, you can give the WhatsApp number of your customers over here. Okay, so in this way, we can see that our integration is perfectly working fine. So I'll just move back to Pabbly Connect, and I'll just minimize all these windows and let us see in a nutshell whatever we have done till now. So first we have created an integration between Airtable and Pabbly Connect. Then Pabbly Connect has captured all the details related to the new record, and using those details, automatically a payment confirmation message is sent to the WhatsApp number of the customer. And in this way, we have created a successful integration between Airtable and WhatsApp using Pabbly Connect.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Pabbly, and in this video you will learn an automation which will let you create documents from Google Docs application automatically on entering some details in Airtable. So here you just have to create a standard document template with some variable text in Google Docs application, and on entering the values of those texts in Airtable, a pre-populated document will get automatically created from Google Docs. And guys, this automation is going to be very helpful in many ways, but to let you understand, I have taken the example of creating automated appointment letters for new employees. So let me show you how it is going to work now. So guys, the flow of this automation is going to look like this. As and when you enter the document details in Airtable, a new document will get automatically created out from Google Docs application. And to make this happen, we are using Pabbly Connect, which is an integration and automation tool. And guys, the best part is you will not require any coding skills or programming knowledge to set up this automation. So now let us set up this automation together. So to set up this automation, first of all, you need to have a few things ready here, which are these. Let me show you. First of all, you have to create a standard document template that you want to create. Let me show you. This is the document template I have, and the name is appointment letter template, and here's how you can create a standard appointment letter template. Okay, and here you can see I have put the variable tags in double curly braces like this: current date, this name, the position, the reporting date. Okay, so these are the things that is going to change with every new appointment letter, so you have to have these variable tags here. Okay, and we are going to add the values of these tags here in Airtable in my base. Okay, and as I enter the details of the variable tags, a new document will be created out from this template and will be saved here in this Google Drive of yours. So here you have to create a folder in Google Drive in which you want to save those appointment letters. So this is the Drives folder, appointment letters folder I am using. Okay, now let's start setting up this automation. First of all, let's sign in your Pabbly Connect account. Okay, so guys, please do check the link that we have in description for you, from where you can set up your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes, and that will provide you 100 free automation tasks for every new month. Okay, so if 100 tasks are sufficient for you, you can use Pabbly Connect for free forever. Okay, and here you can see this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect, and to set up this automation you have to create a workflow here. To set up a workflow, just click here on this create workflow button like this, and here you can give any suitable name to your workflow. So let me fill the name here. So I have given the name to this workflow as create documents from Google Docs and Airtable automatically. Okay, now you can click here on this create button and you can see your workflow getting created here like this. And on this page you will find these two things, the trigger and the action. So our automation work on these two things. So the trigger is the happening of any event and the action is the response to that trigger. As in our use case, the trigger would be entering the details of the variables in Airtable, and the action or the response to that trigger would be to create a document from the template that you have automatically. Okay, so first of all you have to set up this trigger. Click here on this trigger window, and from this choose app field you have to choose the trigger application. So our trigger application is Airtable. So search for Airtable here. This is it. Select it like this. And then it will ask for the trigger event. So the trigger event would be a new record. That means it will trigger this workflow when a new record is available in a new row here in this table, in this Airtable. Okay. So you have to select new record, and then you have to click on connect. And from this window, select add new connection. And here you have to enter the API key of Airtable to make the connection with Airtable. Okay, so we are making the connection with Airtable to fetch the details of the variable tags. To fetch the details of these variables that we have in template here. Okay, so we are entering the values of these variables here. So we are going to fetch the details of these rows in Pabbly Connect, and with the help of that data, we are going to set up this automation further. Okay, so find the API token from the account section of Airtable. Let me show you how you can reach there. This is my Airtable's dashboard, and here I have this profile icon. Click on profile icon, go to accounts. Okay, and here is the accounts page. Scroll down and you will find this API key here. So you just have to copy this key from here and paste the key here in this token field like this, and then click on save, and you can see we are getting connected. We are connected now with Airtable. Okay, now it is asking for the name of the base that you are using and the table in which you are entering the details. So the name of my base is this appointment letters from Google Docs. Okay, so in Pabbly Connect, when you click here on this base field, it will show you all the bases that you have created in Airtable. So from here only, you have to select your base that you are using. So my base is appointment letters. You can see it is showing right here. Select it. Okay, and you can see the table name got automatically selected here because we have only one table right now, and the name is table 1. Okay, so it is selected here. And now it is asking for the trigger field. So guys, you must have a trigger field in your Airtable, which is this. Let me show you. This is my trigger field, and this field should be in this format. Let me show you. You have to select the customize field option, and you can give the field's name, the header of the field, by typing anything here. and here you have to select the field type as created time. Okay, so this created time field, what it will do, and one more thing, you have to select the format also from this date format. Okay, so what it will do, as and when you enter a new row in Airtable, this created time field will capture the date and time of the creation of a new row in Airtable. Okay, and as soon as it captures the date and time of a new row creation, this workflow is going to trigger. That's how it's work. Okay, so we have this created time field here, and you can select it from this Pabbly Connect's workflow. The trigger field is this created. And now let's check our connection with Airtable. I'm going to click here on save and send test request, and the test data of the first row that we have in this table is going to be captured here in Pabbly Connect. Okay, so I'm clicking here on save and send test request, and let's see what happens. And you can see in the response received section, we got the data like this: the ID, the field name, the report date, the field position, the current date, and the time created. Okay, and these are the same things that I have in Airtable in this row. You can see the name is Akash, this is the current date, this is the report date, this is the position, developer, and you can see these are the same things we got here. Okay, so our connection is working properly. Now what we want to create an appointment letter out of this data that we have received. Okay, for that you have to set up this actions tab. Click on actions tab, and from this choose app field, choose Google Docs application in which you have created the template of appointment letter. Okay, this is Google Docs, and in the action event you have to select this option. Let me show you. Create document from template option. Okay, select this, then click on connect, and from here select add new connection, then click on connect with Google Docs. And from this window it will ask for the Google account from which you are using this application, so select that Google account. Okay, and give the additional access by clicking on continue. That is completely safe, and you will see the authorization getting successful, and we are connected now with Google Docs. Okay, now it is asking for the template document that you want to use to create appointment letter. So I have this template, you can see this is my template that I'm using, and the name is appointment letter template. And in Pabbly Connect, when you click on this field, it will show you all the documents that you have in Google Docs application. So from here only you have to select your template. This is my template, I'm selecting it. Okay, now it is asking for the new document's name, so you have to give a name by which you want to create this document. Okay, so I'm going to use the name of the person to name the document so that I can know whose appointment letter I have created. Okay, so I'm going to map the name here in this field, in this name field. So to map things, you just have to click here, and you will find this Airtable new record option in the drop down. And when you click here, you will find all the data that you captured in the first step right here. So from here, I'm going to map this name like this. Okay, and if you want to make this name unique, what you can do, you can select the creation date and time also, or you can select this ID also. Okay, or you can select the position. Let me select the position. I'm putting an underscore here, and I'm mapping the position as well. Okay, now it is asking for new documents location. So here it is asking where you want to save this newly created appointment letter in your Google Drive directory. So I have this folder I previously created already in my Google Drive application. Name of this folder is appointment letters. So I am going to use this one from here. When you click on this field, it will show you the folders you have in your Google Drive. From here, I am going to use this appointment letters folder. Okay. Now it is asking current date, name, position, and reporting date. So these are the variables, as I have already told you that you must have variable tags in your standard template. And here you can see this is the current date variable, name variable, position, and the report date. So you have to map the values of these variable tags in Pabbly Connect, and those variable fields will get automatically filled in a new document. Let me show you. So in current date, I'm going to use this Airtable option to map the current date. This is the current date, you can see, map it. For the name, use Airtable option, map the name. For the position, use Airtable option, map the position. And for the reporting date, you'll have the reporting date as well here. This is the report date, okay? Now, let me show you how the newly generated document will look like when it is created. I am clicking on save and send test request, and a new document will be created from Google Docs and will be saved in your drive. Let me show you. So you can see this is the response we have received. Now let me show you my Google Drive, and you can see a new document is here with the name as Akash_developer, because we have given the name of this document here like this. Okay, and now let me open this document, and you can see in place of the variables we got the date, the name, the reporting date as well. And this is the template, and here we have these tags, okay, and here we got the data. Okay, so this is how it is going to work in real time, and we are done setting up this automation. Now let me give you a quick recap what we have done here. So first of all, in the trigger, I connected Airtable, in which I am entering the details of the variable tags that I have in document template. Okay, and I fetched the test data from Airtable here to set up this automation. Okay, and in the action step, I connected Google Docs. I selected the template document. I have given the name to this document, selected the folder, mapped the values of the variables, and we have seen that the connection was working properly. And guys, you have to set up this automation and to map these details only once. After that, you don't have to do anything in this workflow. After that, you just have to put the values of the variables here in a row in Airtable, and a new document will get automatically generated and will be saved in your Google Drive. Okay, so we are done here. And guys, the best part is you can use this automation workflow, because I'm going to paste the link of this workflow in the description, so that you can clone it in your own free Pabbly Connect account and start using this automation instantly.
Hello everyone, I am Arpit Kumar Sharma and welcome back to Pabbly. So today I am going to tell you how you can create WordPress post from Airtable automatically. Now, the use case is very simple. Whenever a new row will be created with the details in Airtable, an automatic post will be created on WordPress. Now the process we are going to follow in our video will be, first we are going to create a new row with the details. Now based on those details, a new WordPress post will be created automatically. Now to do this, we are going to use an integration and automation software service, Pabbly Connect, which will help us create an automation workflow between Airtable and WordPress. Now, if you want to learn how to do this automation, you have to come with me to the screen.
And now we are here at our screen. So what we have to do, we have to go to the address bar, type in pabbly.com/connect, and as soon as we will do that, we will be redirected to this beautiful web page where you have two options. First one is sign in, second one is sign up. So if you do not have an account here, what you can do is you can go for sign up, and signing up is absolutely free. You will also get 100 free tasks from our site every month. Okay. Now, I already have an account here, so I'll just go for sign in. And here I am going to click on access now for Pabbly Connect. And now we have to create a new workflow for this automation. So to create a new workflow, we have to go here and click on create workflow. Now, what are we doing? We are integrating our Airtable to WordPress. So whenever a new data is inserted into the Airtable, a new post will be created into the WordPress. Okay, so create it. And as you can see, we have two windows here. First one is trigger, second one is action. So trigger window is the window where the event at the start of the process happens. and action window is the final event which is happening at the end of the process. Okay, so here trigger is when this is happening, action is do this. So what is happening here? A new record is being created on Airtable. So we'll just connect it. Select existing connection. Let me delete this one and let me show you how to connect the Airtable. We will go here. It is asking you for the token key. So you will go here in your Airtable, and I have already made this once. Let me delete this for you so that I can make it once more and show you how it's done. So you can see, let me delete this also, and now I will show you how it is connected. First, we will go here in account, and from here we are going to copy this. Okay, so this is your API key. We will go here, paste it, and save. And if you have any confusions or any problems with the steps, you can go here and read it and follow the instructions. Save. Now here what you have to do is you have to select your base, then your table, then your trigger field. So what is base? Base is this. These are the bases. Here we are going to select the base WordPress. So this is the base WordPress. We will select here WordPress. Okay. And when we will select WordPress, it will automatically take the table post. This is the table name post. Okay. Now, what is trigger field? Now, trigger field is a field which we will have to create in Airtable, and because of that only your trigger will work properly. If you will not create a field in your Airtable database, the trigger will not work properly and the data will not be captured. Okay. So how to create the field? These are the instructions. You can read them, and I'm just going to show you how it's done. So we will go here. We will click on plus. Now field name, automation field. Here we will select created time. Okay. Create field. And now automation field has been created. We will go back here and you can see nothing has been selected here. But as soon as we will refresh it, you will see an automation field which has been created will come here automatically. Now, when we will click on save and send test request, you can see the response is nothing. Why? Because we do not have anything here. Okay. Now what we are going to do, we are going to put a title here, automation. Now content, I already have a content here which I have written. Let me just copy this and paste it here. Okay. So this is the content, and now it is asking me for the attachments. I have created an attachment field here. Not field, I would not say field. I would say the field type, which is attachment here. So here we need a new file, and I am going to choose a file from my desktop, which is this one. I will just click on this and upload. And as I'll do that, you can see the file has been uploaded here. And this is the created field. Okay. Now I will click on save and send test request. And as you can see, I have these fields here and the data has been filled. And I have everything. You can see this is the thumbnail, URL, thumbnail, etc., etc., etc. We have all the informations here. This is the title. This is the, what should I say? This is the field content. And here we have the field attachment URL. Okay. Now, we have to create a new post. Now, this is the part where action comes in. So, we will select WordPress here. Here, either you can create a post, or you can create a page, or you can create a tag, create a user, create a comment. There are so many options you have here, but I am going to create a post. So, I'll just go on create a post and I will connect it. I will delete this one. And now I will show you how to add a new connection. So we will go to add new connection. Now here, this is my WordPress website, okay? And here I have to use my username and email. Here I have to use my password. And here I have to use my base URL. So what is base URL? You can see here. Enter your full publicly accessible WordPress URL with leading HTTP. Do not include /wp admin or wp login php. So we will copy from here till here. Copy this and we will paste it here. Okay. Now, I am going to pause this video for a second because I do not want to show you my WordPress ID and password. So I'll just pause it and I'll be back in a second. Now, as you can see, I have connected it. Now I'll save it. And as soon as I will save it, you will see my WordPress account will be connected to my Pabbly Connect account. And it is taking some time. It happens. While it is taking some time, let me tell you that if you do not understand how to do this, we have given every information here. You can just go and read about it. So what I'm going to do is I am going to use a technique which is called mapping here, which will let me take the data from this window and will let me put here in these fields in this window. Okay. So post content, it is asking me for the post content. Post content was this fields content. So I'm just gonna map this. Now it is asking me for the title. So title was automation. Let me go and see where is the title. So this is the title, automation. Now we do not have to fill in anything in excerpt, status, categories. Okay, I want to fill one more thing here. Let me just go here. And as you can see, where is it? Okay, so this is my field content. And after that, I just want to press enter and I want to also put the image URL here because I have used an image and I have uploaded an image in my Airtable section. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this tag here and now I will map in the image URL, which is this one, field attachment URL. Okay. And then I will close the bracket. So as you can see, I have successfully, put the post content here, also the image URL. Okay. Now this is the title, this is the content. Now we are going to just save and send test request. And as soon as we will do that, WordPress takes some time. So it is okay. It is completely all right to do that, because we are using it for many purposes and it has so many plugins and so many functions working behind it. You can see the ID has been created, which is 54700, and this is the published post. Now I will go to WordPress and then I will click on post and then I will click on all posts. And as you can see, I have created a new post here, automation. You can see the time also. And this is the automation. This is in this era of transformation. And this is the, image. Okay. Now let me do one more for you. Let me give it the name. Digital marketing. I'll just write a short description. Digital marketing is a smart and easy way to increase your online business as well as offline customer base. Okay. Now here I'm going to attach one more file. I must have, okay, so this is the one. I'll just upload it. And as soon as I will upload it, you can see the file has been uploaded, and when I will click here, it will automatically be saved, and you can see here I have a new automation field created automatically. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go back here and I will refresh my WordPress, and when I will go back to posts, you can see I will be having a new entry here, and as you can see here, it is digital marketing. So you can see digital marketing is here, and let's see digital marketing. Digital marketing is a smart and easy way to increase your online business as well as offline customer base. And this is the image which I used. Okay. So this is how you can connect your, wait a minute, let me go to workflows. So this is how you can connect your Airtable to your WordPress, and whenever a new record is created into your Airtable, a new post will be created on your WordPress. So if you loved this amazing workflow, and if you understood it, and if you want to copy it, you can just go into the description box and clone it from my description box into your account. But to clone it, you need to have an account, and for that you have to go and sign up. Signing up is absolutely free, and it will also give you 100 free tasks from our side. So what are you waiting for? Now go and sign up.
In this video, we are going to see how to write emails from subject line using OpenAI. So let's say that you have got different subject lines in Airtable. You are just trying to make your work easier. And every time there is a new record added, as in a new title is there, a subject line is there, you want that with the help of OpenAI, an email should be created on the basis of that subject line, and then it should be sent to the admin so that then he can send it to the employees or clients, etc. How can this happen? For this, you will have to have some integration between these three applications, and the same can be done using Pabbly Connect software. Here your trigger application would be Airtable, and your action applications would be OpenAI and Gmail. Now, how can you do this? Automate, integrate this entire process. To understand that, let me take you to my screen. To begin with the process, we are first going to type the URL pabbly.com/connect, and as we do that, here we are at the landing page of this software. Now here on the right hand side, we can see two options, sign in and sign up for free. If you already have an account with us, simply sign in, and if you are a new user, then you will have to click on the sign up tab. It won't take more than 2 minutes. You would be able to create your account, and also at the time of account creation, you will get 100 free tasks. Now since I'm already a user here, I'll simply click on sign in, and here we have reached the all apps page. We are going to click on access now for Pabbly Connect, and here we have reached the dashboard. On the right hand side, you can see a tab, create workflow. Let's click on this, and a dialog box has appeared which is asking us to name this workflow. Here my objective is that with some subject lines that are already there in my spreadsheet, I wish to create email content, and then I wish to mail it to the person. So my integration will have Airtable. So I'm using this as a spreadsheet, OpenAI to create the content, and Gmail integration. So this is how I'm going to name my workflow. Let's click on create. As we do that, here we have reached another window which has got two very important events, trigger and action. Triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. Trigger is when this happens, and action is do this. So action here is the response of your trigger. Now I wish that the subject lines that I have in my spreadsheet, with that content should be created. So my trigger application would be Airtable, and my action application would be OpenAI to create content. So here I'm going to search for Airtable. Here it is. And now comes the trigger event. This is the event that will make this workflow start. And I'm going to choose new record. Now let's click on connect. As soon as we do that, here Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with the Airtable account. And to set up this connection, we are going to click on add new connection, and we need a token. To receive this token, we are going to go to the account section of Airtable. I have already logged into my Airtable account. Let's click on this hyperlink. And here, this is the account overview of Airtable. If I come down, this is my API key, which is going to be used as a token here. Let's click on this and copy, save. So once done, here you can see it is asking me for base, table and trigger field. To understand what is this, I'm going to take you to my Airtable account once again. And here you can see this is the dashboard. These are the different workspaces, and within this Pabbly Connect workspace, again you have got different bases. These are actually tables. So here I already have created a base, OpenAI responses. Let me open this and show you. So here you can see that the name is OpenAI responses and the name of the table is content Gmail. Then here I have this column field, subject line. So one is leave request for brother's marriage. Another one is salary revise. You can have multiple. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this icon. Here I'm going to name the field as created, and then I'm going to look for a field which is created time. Here it is. Let's click on this. Now here this means that every time data is added, it will show exactly the date and time of that record. Now I'm going to click on create field. As soon as I've done that, it is showing me the time and date. Now I'm going to go back to Pabbly Connect, and here I have to provide this information. The base here is OpenAI responses. Let's click on this. Now the table here, content Gmail, since there was only one table, it has already been captured by the system. And here you can see the trigger field has been captured, which is created. Remember that this field that we have just created is extremely necessary. If you do not have a created field in your table schema, your workflow will not work correctly. So make sure that you have to create this, and I've already shown you how to create. Now let's click on save and send test request. See, as soon as we have done that, here we have received the last data that we have entered in the table. So this is salary revised, and here we have the created time. Now what do I want? That with this subject line, content should be generated for my email. So I'm going to choose my action application as OpenAI. This is an extremely interesting application. And now the action event would be to generate content. Let's click on connect. Here again Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with the OpenAI account. I'm going to click on add new connection. I have already logged into my OpenAI account, and here it is asking me for the token. So to understand what is this token, we have to click on this hyperlink. Let's click on this. And here you can see this is the API key. I'm going to quickly copy this, go back to Pabbly Connect and just paste it over here. Click on save to set up this connection. And now here you can see that Pabbly Connect is connected with OpenAI. Now here we have to select the model, then prompt, maximum tokens. To understand what are these things, now I'm going to take you to my OpenAI account. So this is the OpenAI website. You can reach here by typing openai.com, and then you have to click on API. Once you're here, you have to click on login and log in with your credentials. Once you have logged in, you will reach this particular page, which has got certain tutorials, examples. OpenAI is an extremely interesting application. It is an artificial intelligence and deployment company which really helps us a lot for content creation. So automatically it can generate content. So now I'm going to go to playground here. Once we are here, I'm going to show you some magic. So if I say that write a blog on the title, and let's say the title is Life is Beautiful. Okay, as soon as I do this and I click on submit, here you can see that it has automatically started generating content. Now, isn't that amazing? Now, this particular content that it has generated, the length of this content can always be customized. How? There is this option maximum length. So you can select from 100 to 4,000 tokens. Now I'm going to throw some light on the setting part. So these are the various modes, and here is the model. So we are always going to select text the Vinces user to. Why? Because this is the most capable model in the GPT-3 series. It can perform any task that other GPT-3 models can. The next is temperature. Remember that it controls randomness. So if this temperature number is 0, then it will become really repetitive, your content, and if it goes towards 1, then it will become really random. So it controls randomness. 0.7 is the default value. Then you have the maximum length. As I just told you that the maximum number of tokens generated can be 4000. Stop sequence. Now this is important to make sure that your API stop generating further tokens. So here let's say the sequence is / and double hashtag. You can create your own. Let's click on add. Now we have top P, then the frequency penalty. Now frequency penalty, it decreases the model's likelihood to repeat the same line verbatim, and the presence penalty, it increases the model's likelihood to talk about new topics. So you can have it from 0 to 1. Let's say I'm making it 1. And then you have the best of. So this generates multiple completions server side and displays only the best. So if you wish to have the best of 4, 5, 6 up to 10, you can always do that. Here I'm going to select 3. So once done, we are done over here. Also, I'm going to show you something which is view code. Let's click on this. Understand that this is our prompt because this would be asked. So your prompt is actually anything which is written before the blog or before the content that you receive. I hope you have understood this. Now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect, and here we are going to map the data. Mapping means that I already have this information and I'm just going to retrieve it. So the model has already been selected. Now the prompt, as I just told you, let's say the prompt is write email content as per the subject line. Okay, and my subject line here is, now I'm going to map this data, go to Airtable, and this is my subject line, right? Next is maximum tokens. So here I wish to write an email. I do not want it to be really lengthy. So let's say it is 256 tokens. Then the sampling type, we already know that we want random data every time. So temperature sampling, you have got two options, nucleus sampling and temperature sampling. Then the sampling value, I have already told you that it can be anything between 0 to 1 and the default value is 0.7. I'm going to write this. Then we have the presence penalty. So even if you do not fill this, it will take the default value. Here I have selected it as 1. Again, the frequency penalty was selected as 1 and the stop sequence was / double hashtag. And it was best of 3. Once done, let's click on save and send test request. So once done, here we have received the API response, and here you can see the email. It is exactly in an email format as well. Hi, and there can be an employee name. We regret to inform you that your salary has been revised. Your new salary will be this much amount per month, effective immediately. We understand that this may be disappointing news and we appreciate all that you're doing for the company. Thank you for your continued dedication and hard work. Now, doesn't that make your work really easy? So once we have received the content, now what is my objective? My objective is to send an email. So here I am going to select my next application as Gmail, and the action event would be to send email. Let's click on connect. Again, Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with the Gmail account. Let's click on add new connection, connect with Gmail, and I'm going to select the account through which I wish to share the mail. So once done, I've already logged into my account. I'm going to provide it the authorization by clicking on continue, and here you can see that the authorization has been successful. Here we have to provide the recipient's email address. Now this content generation that I'm doing is for my help. So I am going to provide a static email address which is going to be like that, like all the emails which would be created would be sent to the admin. So here, let's say the email address is, here is the email address and then the sender's name. So let's say the sender's name is Pabbly Connect. Then we have the email subject. So the email subject here is email content, right? This is the email subject. Then if I come down, the email type is plain. Email content is again required here. So subject we have written, now the email content. So this email content would be, I want to have the subject line and then the content. So this is my subject line. Then I'm going to press enter and here is my content. So once we have done this, now I am going to go down and just click on save and send test request. If you have any attachment, you can always attach. And here it is saying that the result is showing that the mail has been sent. So now I'm going to take you to my email and show if we have received the mail. So let's just refresh this page once. And here you can see that yes, you have received an email through Pabbly Connect, salary revised, and this is your email content. This basically means this integration process is a success, but now we also need to check it in real. So I'm going to go back to Airtable, and here I'm going to put another subject line. Let's say new leave policy. Okay, so this is my new subject line, and the moment I write this, automatically an email should be shared along with the content. So I press on enter, right? And now I'm going to go back to my email account, refresh this page, and here you can see that I haven't actually received the mail. Why? To understand that, I'm going to take you to Pabbly Connect, and if I take you up, here you can see that this trigger will check for new data in every 10 minutes, which basically means that our trigger application has a polling time of 10 minutes. So after every 10 minutes only this workflow will work. So it will keep on checking for new data after 10 minutes. So let's wait, and do not worry if you do not receive your result instantly. Just have some patience, wait for 10 to 15 minutes. You will certainly receive your response. So it's been 10 minutes, and now I'm going to take you back to my email address, and yes, here you can see that we have received another email. This time it is about new leave policy, and here we have the data. We are excited to announce a new leave policy which will go into effect next month. This policy is designed to give employees more flexibility and choice when it comes to taking time off. Here are the details. Isn't that fantabulous? Exactly. So going back to Pabbly Connect, let's understand exactly the process. So our trigger application here was Airtable, where the event was new record. Then our next action application was OpenAI, where our event was to generate content. And finally, the action was Gmail, where our event was sent email. I hope that you are through with this. If you have any doubt, you can refer to the workflow. The same workflow that we have worked on is there in the description box. You can clone the same and even process immediately. Apart from this, if you have any other suggestion or advice for us, you can always write to us.
I hope this was helpful. To watch more such videos, you can always subscribe to our channel, which is there on YouTube. If you have any queries, you can write to us at forum.pabbly.com, and if you want to know our pricing plans, then you can visit us at this particular site. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe if you have liked this video.